welcome to another video with me, Manil, here on Unacademy's IELTS YouTube channel. As always, I am here with another topic that will help you prepare for your IELTS test and do better on the test. Now, this particular video will focus on 5 new words that you can learn to do better on the IELTS test. Okay, but just before we get to that, I would like to introduce myself once again. I know some of you would already know me. For those of you who already know me, have seen previous videos of mine here on YouTube, you can probably skip through by about 5 minutes and you'll see me teaching the words. All right, so that's what you could go for. Anyways, for those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Manil Agarwal. I am an IELTS coach here on Unacademy's app, and I have been teaching for IELTS for a little over 2 years, 2.5 years, so to say now, approximately now. And I have appeared for both the academic and the general training test. And I scored band 8.5 on both the tests, 9.9 on listening, reading, 8 on speaking, 7.5 on writing on both tests. So identical scores, all right? So in general, I've done very well on the IELTS test, and now I'm teaching for it. The very important part about my teaching is that I am an Unacademy Plus educator on Unacademy. What does that mean? Now, an Unacademy Plus educator is someone who offers structured courses instead of one video here, one video there, one video here. A structured course that helps you prepare for your IELTS test right from scratch all the way to your test itself. Okay, so I offer 2 such courses through the Plus platform. One is the grammar course. Now the grammar course is typically been made for students who are weak at English, weak or below average, in fact even average. Why this course? Because a lot of students, because unless you are good at English, you can't do well on the IELTS test. All right, so I'll come to the words very shortly, don't worry, just a couple of minutes and we'll come to the words. So if you improve your English, you will automatically do very well on the IELTS test. If you won't, there is nothing you can do. You can then keep learning as many words as you want, but you will never score well on the IELTS test. So the grammar lecture, the grammar course is for such students. Beyond that, there is the regular IELTS prep course where I teach you listening, reading, writing and speaking. Both the courses are 3 weeks each. The classes are for an hour, Monday to Friday. So within 3 weeks, you can be ready for the test. If you're weak, you need at least 3 months, right? 2 to 3 months, not at least 3. You need 2 to 3 months. So that is what you should do. So to learn with me on Unacademy Plus, it's very simple. You pay the fees, subscribe to the platform, and you can then start preparing for the test with me. The fees is 2,700 rupees for a month. But if you use my code IELTS by Manil, you get a 10% discount, right? And that discount brings down the fees to 2,430 rupees a month. For 6 months, it's 6,600 rupees, but with the discount, it drops to 5,940 rupees. Hi Tanu, hi Pachu, welcome to the class. Welcome to the class to both of you. All right, so that is about me. That is what Unacademy Plus is all about. But let's move on to our 5 words for the day. Okay, so we are learning vocabulary for the IELTS test. Now, I have said this time and again, many times, that there is no point in randomly learning words for the IELTS test. Okay, you should pick up a topic, you should pick up a theme, and from that theme, you should first revise all the vocabulary that you know. That is the first thing, and then you should move on to try and learn to the part where you try and learn new words. Okay, it's not like कि अच्छा चलो यहाँ से 5 शब्द उठा लिए, ये रख लिए. अरे किसी ने मेरे को YouTube पे एक वीडियो डाला था, मैंने ये 5 शब्द बोल दिए टेस्ट में जाके, मेरे तो पूरे नंबर आएंगे. ऐसा नहीं होता. पहली बात, there is no such thing as पूरे नंबर on the IELTS test. A band means that you fall in this range when it comes to communicating in English. So it is always better that you pick up a theme, and with that you learn your vocabulary. So there are 20 themes. There are a total of 20 themes within which IELTS picks up all of its topics for all 4 sections: listening, reading, writing and speaking. And those 20 themes are in front of you right now on the screen. Okay, so growing up, self-development, fitness and health, lifestyle, student life, communication, travel, time, nature, universe, construction and innovation, information technology, modern world, urbanization, nature's destruction, global warming, business, law, media and arts. These are those 20 topics around which you will find these are around which you will find the questions on your IELTS test. So on the previous lesson that I did today, I picked up the topic of media. Okay, sorry. No. I'm so sorry. On the previous lesson, we did information technology. Okay. On yesterday's lesson, we did growing up. And for this lesson, I'm doing media. So I'll be teaching you 5 words around the topic of media. Now, some of the words may already be known to you, right? Some of the words may be new to you. But that being said, pay attention to all 5 words. Why? Because these are words, even though you know them, you'll probably not use them on the test. Why? Because on the day of the test, you're unable to recall these words, okay, especially while writing and speaking. So there is no point in learning 5 random adverbs and 5 random adjectives if you can't remember these. So it's more important you pay attention to the words I'm going to pick up now. So the very first word that we're going to pick up is fame. Now, I know all of you are aware of the word fame, right? What is fame? Fame means popularity. Okay, popularity in the sense that, or popularity, or a lot of people know you. Okay, a lot of people know a person, right? And usually it's a positive popularity, right? So fame, infame. Famous, fame, famous. Opposite or antonym, infame. Infame is not really a correct word. Infamous. Okay, so famous or fame is for positive, something good that you've done well. So maybe you're somebody who's probably planted, let's say, 30,000 trees or 50,000 trees, and which is why you are, liked by a lot of people. I'm good, Tanu. Thank you so much for asking. How are you? How are you doing? And infamous, on the other hand, is like, let's say you're somebody who is infamous for creating a controversy, like the Big Boss participants, right? So they're infamous, although a lot of people know them, but for all the wrong things. Okay, so some fame is for people who are positively known by the public. Okay, so that is fame. To use it in a sample sentence, let's use it in a sample sentence. That is the most important. Let's say the question on your speaking test is, what do you think is the most important for a television celebrity? In my opinion, for a television celebrity, fame is the most important thing. Because if fame does not come through to a celebrity, nobody will know them. And if they won't know them, they can't make a lot of money. So being famous, being known by a lot of people is what is most important for them, right? So you get that? So fame, that is the meaning of the word fame, and that is how you can use it in a sample sentence. So that was our first word. Next one, publicity. Again, a word that a lot of people already know, very, something that most people have used at some point of time. But then again, when it comes to the test, people forget about it, right? So what is publicity? Publicity is making something known or popular. Okay, publicity for, let's say, for example, there is a cricket match that's going to happen between let's say two school teams. All right, now nobody is really interested in watching a cricket match between 2 school teams, unless of course there is something interesting for people. For example, let's say it is the finals of All India under 19 school championship. So what you will do is you will publicize the event. How will you publicize the event? You will publicize the event by telling the people that this is what is happening. So you will probably go to schools and you will tell the students there is an event like this in your city next Sunday, come watch the match, support your team. So this whole act of making something popular, letting the people know that there's something like this which is going to happen, is publicity. Okay, and another example, so to use it in a sample sentence, let's use the word publicity in a sample sentence. So publicity can help even small events become popular and as a result make a lot of money. Okay, for a lot of movie actors, publicity is very important, because without that people would not know about them. Okay, so fame can be brought to a person through publicity, right? So let's say Akshay Kumar, right? He's one of the most popular actors on Indian cinema at the moment, and Kareena Kapoor, because their movie releases tomorrow, right? So let's say what they're doing is they are, because it's around childbirth, right? So let's say they have gone to maternity homes or orphanages or whatever, right? And they are doing a lot of activity for those kids over there, and they're like, okay, here are gifts for you, and here are some books for you, and here's some money for your maternity home, here's some money for the newborn foundation. So okay, they are doing all of this, all right, but somebody needs to bring this out to the public. So the team will then do the publicity of this, and that will bring more fame to Akshay Kumar and Kareena. So I hope you've understood this. We have understood the meaning of the word publicity, and we've also understood the meaning of the word fame, and now we've also understood how the both of them work together. Next word, censor. What is the meaning of the word censor? Censor means, so there are two. So censor is also a noun and censor is also a verb. So as a noun, it is more like censor board, okay? Or he's the censor. Censor as a noun, censor is someone who restricts what is said or done, okay? And as a verb, so this is the noun, right? A person. As a verb, to censor means to restrict what is said or done. All right. So for example, so this is a verb. For example, good. I'm happy to see both of you making sentences. Very well. Wonderful. Excellent. Yes, keep making those sentences. Very good. So for example, the school censor decided that the controversial topic of public violence should not be discussed openly, or the school decided to censor the part where one of the students was trying to initiate other students into violence. Okay, so or if you were to talk about it in more common in public life, the censor board of India has decided that this movie cannot be released publicly because it promotes too much of drugs consumption, right? Ya fir, if you were to look at it as a verb again, they had to censor this movie, or they will censor this movie because it has too much gore, violence, and it continuously instigates a feeling of hatred towards other people. Okay, so you understood. So to censor means that you do not let some things be said or be done or be shown. Okay, so that is the meaning of the word censor. We all know this, right? वो Bollywood में हम picture देखने आते तो पहले A, UA, U इस तरीके की रेटिंग मिलती है, या फिर V. सो दीज आर ऑल वो जो सेंसर बोर्ड की रेटिंग दी गई होती है कि इसमें हमने इस रेटिंग का क्या मतलब होता है कि अगर U है मतलब ये सबके लिए देखने के लिए, हमने इसमें कुछ ज्यादा निकाला नुकुला, मतलब जो भी कर कुरा के अब हमने हमारी जो सेंसरशिप करनी थी, वी डिड दैट, एंड आफ्टर दैट दिस मूवी इज नाउ यूनिवर्सल, एवरीवन कैन वॉच इट. A means that even after we have not removed anything, so only adults should watch it, or even after we have censored this movie is still only meant for adults. Okay, so that is what those censor board ratings mean. Next, a newsreader. Now, who is a newsreader? Now, this is of course a person. All right, a newsreader is the person who reads the news. As simple as that, right? But that being said, for most people, a newsreader is a person who is on television. But that is not correct. A newsreader could be on the television, could be on the radio, could be on a YouTube channel, could be on a podcast. All right? Anybody who's reading the news is a newsreader. Arnab Goswami, all right? Or who else? I don't know. I just know one name because he's of course always shouting. So you always remember his name, right? So person who reads the news is the newsreader. Newsreaders are very important because they ensure that the correct news reaches out to the public, as they do a lot of research before they actually read it for the people. or a newsreader is somebody who will ensure that you are able to understand the news of the day in as simple words as possible. I, as a child, wanted to be a newsreader because I enjoyed the idea of the fame and publicity that is associated with news reading. Okay, so that is how you can use the word. Tanu, sensor to safety purpose. This is not that sensor. That is SENSOR. That is a sensor that senses something. This is CENSOR. This is a different word. This is where the data is restricted. Okay, you are mixing two different words. That is a sensor. वो तो लैपटॉप में भी होता है, गाड़ी में भी होता है, मॉल में भी होता है, घर में भी होता है, फ्रिज में भी होता है, राइट? वो अलग चीज होती है, वो चीजों को सेंस करता है. ये सेंसर है, ये चीजों को सेंसर करता, मतलब लिमिट कर देता कि आप ये नहीं दिखा सकते, ये नहीं बोल सकते. ओके, दैट्स द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू. ओके, लास्ट वर्ड फॉर द डे, ट्रांसमिट. What is the meaning of the word transmit? Transmit means to send images, videos or sound through अरे वो क्या कहते हैं उसको, वन सेकेंड, फोटॉन्स का जो थ्रू सैटेलाइट कम्युनिकेशन. Okay, so transmission is something which is done where one point is connected to a satellite, and through the satellite the information is then sent out to another point. So the internet also, you can also transmit data over the internet. You sort of more over the internet, you sort of more share data. Okay, you more gather and share. You don't really transmit, you transfer. Over the internet, you transfer data, but through the satellite, you transmit data. Okay, so let's say there is a cricket match going on in Delhi. Okay, and they have all those cameras and everything set up, and all the information is transferred to a central computer. Okay, that computer then puts everything in the correct order, and then through a signal it is connected to a satellite. So now it will transmit the data to the satellite. Okay, so transfer is done through cables or through local Bluetooth or infrared or whatever, right, on a local level. Okay, but transmission happens between a point and a satellite, and then from the satellite again to another point on the planet. Light is transmitted through glass. Yes, so there is no physical infrastructure that is used. Like it is not going through a cable. The information is not going through a cable. It is naturally being transferred from one point to another without using any material. So that is the meaning of the word to transmit. Its noun form is transmission. The act of sending that data is transmission. To transmit is the verb, the action. Okay, so news channels continuously transmit the latest updates and breaking news through their dish and satellite setup, so that people are always up to date with the latest happenings around the world. Okay, we will transmit this award show live to all our audience today. So those were the 5 words that I had to teach you today. So fame, publicity, censor, newsreader, transmit. I hope you've understood all 5 words, and now we will bring this lesson to an end. But just before that, guys, download the app. See me there. Like I said, here you just get a little bit of data, a little bit of information, nothing more. On the app, you get to attend full lessons, and then from there you can join me on Unacademy Plus, where I'll give you structured classes, right? Like I said, to join Unacademy Plus, use my referral code IELTS by Manil, and I'll get you a 10% discount. That is something that we can discuss once you make it to the app. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. It was great teaching you as always. I'll see you with another video here on YouTube. Hopefully, I'll see you on the app more than over here. All right. Thanks for joining. Keep practicing to score well on IELTS. Always remember, it's very important to keep practicing. So keep practicing, and remember, for IELTS, keep it simple and stick to the basics. Goodbye.